Dave Ramsey's most viral TikToks. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Dave Ramsey is one of the icons in finance. I've been following his story for an extremely long time, and we're going to be looking at some of his best content on TikTok. In my opinion, these are some of the craziest stories I've heard, and his reaction is pretty valid in most of them. We'll go over that, but welcome to the channel. Welcome back, guys. First video of 2024. If you like this type of content, I'll do more. So let me know by liking. If you don't like it, let me know in the comments. It's not a problem, and don't forget to subscribe. We're going to jump straight into it.
We have probably just under $1 million in debt.
$1 million.
And we want to know how to get debt-free without filing bankruptcy.
Okay. How much of that is a mortgage?
The mortgage, about $210,000.
Ooh.
So you have $600,000 in what?
$335,000 is about in student loans.
$335,000.
We both have advanced degrees, and then a lot. The rest is really credit cards and personal loans.
So you have $300,000 of credit cards and personal loans?
We have about $335,000 student loans and about $136,000 in credit cards. 44.
That's insane. $136,000 in credit cards. Like, what can you even buy? I'm not sure I could even get that much on credit cards. How do you qualify? I wonder how many cards it is.
1,000 personal loans and 35,000 car loans.
Okay. How old are you all?
I'm 29.
Okay. So what in the world?
Yeah.
I mean, are you both on this, or is this just one of you that's completely lost your mind?
Well, I have the majority of the student loans, and he has the majority of the credit cards. My credit card debt is it's not great.
Okay,
it's
so
about
why does he at 29 years old run up $100,000 in credit card debt?
Well, he's 32, but I think it's one of those things where just making really poor financial decisions, thinking
oh yeah,
you're able to pay it down as you go, and then it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And
okay, so you both have advanced degrees. What are your degrees in?
We do. So I have a degree, both of our advanced degrees. No, he has an MBA, and I have an advanced degree in policy. I work in the government, and we actually both do now at this point, actually.
Okay, so your household income is what?
Our household income is about $230,000.
Okay.
that's good. Normally that's good.
Is there recognition on both of your parts how absurd this situation is?
Yes.
He's being so
Yes,
nice.
there is.
Right.
So I think we're both a bit scared and want to do anything we can to avoid.
Okay, great. Then I'm on your team. I can skip that step. Okay, good. Okay, well, you're scared, and you should be. You're disgusted, and you should be.
We are.
You're in the early stages of being sick and tired, and you should be. So,
Yeah.
Here's the thing: you guys have been living at across the board, from your education choices to your car purchases to your whatever. You've been living at about 10x where you're going to get to live for the next 3 years.
Okay. Yep, that's true.
So I'm getting ready to destroy your life as you know it, because your lifestyle is considerably above your extremely good income, and has been for a period of time. And so you've gotten used to spending like you're in Congress.
Right.
This is going to be very emotional for y'all. And you're going to have to look at it through that lens and through a spiritual lens, or you're not going to make it. You're going to have to not care what anyone thinks, including each other, because you're not going to spend any money on anything ever for the next 3 years.
We have probably...
I think this is the most debt that I ever called into the show. Probably why it's one of the most popular TikToks. It's got 31,000 comments, almost 32,000 people saying, "I'm glad I'm not them," basically, over and over and over again. I can't even imagine amassing that amount of debt. You know, like, that's just insane. I wonder what their minimums are. I'd love to dive in and see what they're spending all this money on. But how do you get there? 29 and 32 and $1 million in debt with only a $200,000 mortgage. Absolutely insane. All right, this one might be a little bit controversial. It's interesting the way Dave goes about things with debt. He hates debt. Everyone knows that it's his thing. You know, it's his slogan, basically. But sometimes I agree, sometimes I disagree. Let's take a look.
wife and I are both recent graduates, looking at $290,000 in student loans.
Good God. Who's the doctor?
My wife has her doctorate of physical therapy. I have a master's of environmental health and safety, a bachelor's of chemistry. And my question is, would it be a bad decision to purchase some rental properties to increase our cash flow?
You're broke. You're a $300,000 in debt, and you call me up and want to buy a rental property. No. You have a crisis. No. You are on beans and rice and beans. No vacation. You will not see the light of day. You will work like an animal until you get this mess cleaned up. No, you don't buy rental property.
This is what we've done so far. We sold our house. Your program showed us we couldn't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
We sold our house. We paid off $10,000 in debt here lately. We have $37,000 cash that we have from selling our house, and the rental house we're in right now is $800 a month. We could buy a $60,000 house and have a $400 mortgage and have an additional $400 to put toward debt was my viewpoint on it.
Yeah, that's assuming the renter pays.
Assuming the renter pays, yes.
And assuming it's rented.
Yes, and
those are two pretty big assumptions.
We're on a suburb, and rental houses are extremely hard to find. They stay full, it seems like.
Okay.
So I'm a handyman. I did all the renovations myself on the last house. Anything that come up, I would do myself on these rental houses, and we could balance a home mortgage and a rental property mortgage right now cheaper than we could a rent house.
You have $300,000 in student loan debt, dude.
I know, yes, sir.
Don't talk to me about buying a rental house. Don't. I mean, I'm going to go visit Pluto in a minute. Don't do that. No, please. Use the money to get out of debt. Keep your life simple. Quit trying to borrow your way through all of your dreams. You're turning them into nightmares.
See, this one I have mixed emotions on because they're basically trying to add another stream of income. The problem is that when you're that leveraged in debt, it's every amount of debt you have is riskier. So I get Dave's point, and he hates debt, so his go-to is always, get out of debt first, even if you're renting. You could have a net loss of expected income based on this because paying off debt rather than creating a new revenue source. But the thing with Dave, and people don't realize this, is he's not like a financial advisor for rich people. He is a financial advisor for people that are terrible with their money. So he's not going to tell you to go out and do that, because if things happen, things go wrong, which they often can, with $300,000 in debt already, you're already like on thin ice. So I get his point. If it were me, I would focus on paying down that debt significantly, but it is tough to realize that you could be actually making money off your living situation and not. So let me know what you guys think about that one. I'm definitely mixed. All right, $80,000 in debt, making $19,000 a year. $19,000 a year? McDonald's? I don't know.
I've been better days.
Uh-oh, what's going on?
I hate to use this term, but I'm drowning. I've been reading your books and your program for the last couple months, what I could get at the library and watching your videos online. But everything's kind of come to a head, and I'm not sure what to do. I'm considering bankruptcy at this point. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to go back to school. I just honestly don't know what to do right now.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
Mm-hmm. And how much do you make a year?
At best, I make around $19,000.
Mm-hmm. What do you do?
Right now, I'm a substitute teacher.
Okay. So you have a teaching certificate?
No, I owe a debt that's actually preventing me from getting a certificate. So
I don't understand.
I owe a college. In order to do the teaching program in Texas, you have to have all your transcripts. But because I owe a school, they won't release it.
Oh.
And they won't let me go with the transcripts I have.
I got you. And how much do you owe them?
I owe them around $1,300.
$1,300?
Yes.
Okay. How quickly would you land a job were you to get your transcript, do you think?
Pretty quickly. I've been subbing. I know this is going to sound so silly, but I've been subbing for about 4 years. The thing is, the money's not constant. I'm not working during the summers. I don't work during major holidays. So.
Do you live on your own?
Yes.
Man, you're barely making it, aren't you, kiddo?
I'm barely making it. I owe so much student loan debt.
How much other student loan debt do you have? Not counting this $1,300.
$62,000.
Yeah, that's overwhelming. Making 19. And what other kind of debt have you got?
I have consumer debt.
Okay. Who thinks they can live on $19,000 a year? Like, that's insane. I don't know if that's net or gross, but either way, that's like nothing. I don't understand. How do you even get to a point where you're only making that much money? I wonder. That's wild to me.
I've taken out, I know some stupid decisions. I've taken out payday loans. I have a car note that got repossessed last year. They want $12,000 on it. And I have a new car loan because I couldn't pay cash, so I'm paying that too.
How much do you owe on that car?
$5,000.
How much is your payment?
It's $200 a month.
Okay. All right. Well, let's walk through this for a second, okay? If you were to file bankruptcy, a Chapter 7 bankruptcy is the type of bankruptcy that cleans off all your debts, okay? Student loan debt is not bankruptable.
Yeah.
So a bankruptcy would not clean off the $62,000. It might clean off the $1,300 one. I don't know. That sounds like that's a private debt, and that one might be cleaned. It would clean off your old repossession. It would clean off the payday loans. It would not clean up the $5,000 debt on the car unless you turn the car in. You don't get to get rid of the debt and keep the car. You follow me?
Yes, sir.
So you either keep the debt and keep the car, or you turn the car in and can get rid of that debt. Okay?
Okay.
If you want my opinion, I don't think you have a debt problem as much as you have a huge income problem.
I definitely agree with that.
If we could increase your income $10,000, $15,000 a year, you still wouldn't be making a ton of money, but it would change your life right now. $1,300 changes your income because you get the transcripts back. $5,000 gets rid of the car debt. How much is on these stupid payday loans?
Well, I only took out $800, but as you know, the interest rate.
Yeah, how much do you owe on the stupid payday loans?
$1,700 now.
Okay. So let's do this math.
They more than doubled. Payday loans. That is insane. I wonder how long.
$8,000, $1,700 there, $1,300 at the college, $5,000 on your car changes your whole life.
Yes, sir.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
$8,000. Then you've got a student loan that you're going to have to work your way through, but you've got to work your way through that anyway. You're not getting away from that one. And you've got an old repo of $12,000 that you probably could settle for a couple grand. So 10 grand cleans up your entire life and makes it awesome, not counting the fact you got to fight through $62,000 worth of student loans. So, that tells me that you really don't have a bankruptcy problem. You've really got a debt problem. You got an income problem. So,
all right.
How much is your rent?
About $600.
Okay. So here's what I want you to. Have you ever waited tables or delivered pizzas?
A couple of years ago, I was a waitress when I was a teen.
What I would tell you to do, if I woke up in your shoes, knowing what I know, and see, I don't have all the emotions of being overwhelmed and scared. I'm just looking at the math. So I've got an advantage right now, okay? You've got the emotions of being overwhelmed and scared. I'm just looking at the math. And that gives me an advantage. I'm outside the forest, so I can see all the trees. You following me?
Yes, sir.
So I get that you're overwhelmed and scared, but I can tell you how to fix it. I mean, if I were you, I'd start working about 80 hours a week, 90 hours a week. I'd be delivering pizzas and waiting tables and whatever else you could come up with to make money. Tutoring, I'd be tutoring my little butt off. And a lady was on here last hour making $30 an hour in Charlotte tutoring as a teacher. And that's how she got out of debt. $30 an hour would change your life, you know? Pick up 3 or 4 kids, pick up 3 or 4 places you can wait tables, and pick up odd jobs doing whatever. I don't know what you can do that's legal and moral, but I want you to go make an extra $2,000 or $3,000 a month.
Yes, sir.
You need to work your butt off, your fingers to the bone, and go make you $10,000 in the next 4 months. Christmas, I want you debt-free except the student loans and the car repo. You get your transcripts back. You get the payday lenders out of your life. Don't you ever go in one of those places again. They're killing you. And get your car paid off, and then you're going to have a life. You feel it?
Okay.
You can do this. I'll walk with you. You call me back while you're working.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think she can do it. That might be mean. People that get themselves in these situations, you're at a dead end. She could have done this all without calling in. A second job is, everyone has a second job, I feel, these days. Everything's so expensive. If you are making $19,000, people make more than $19,000 on their second job. Like, that's insane. You can do data annotation. You can walk dogs with Rover. They pay like $20 an hour, not even an hour, 20 and half an hour walk. Like, that's absolutely insane. She lives on her own, no roommates. It's just, some of the comments, I already like this one. The fact that she considered bankruptcy before a different school or second job is, before a different or second job is all I need to know. Like, get a different job. I'm curious. I want to know her hours, because subs make, I don't know, they don't make good money, but it's more than 19 if you're working full time. So she's not working full time is my estimate. Over 4 years, there's no way. And she said 19 is the top. That's the most she's made. So she's only filling in when there's work. So she doesn't even, I would really, really doubt she even has a full-time job, and she still doesn't have a second job. Like, subbing should be her second job. Absolutely insane. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know. Give me some criticism. We're going to be doing a few more of these. Some of these are just so insane. It kills me. It kills me, but I hope you guys enjoy. Again, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.